I'm going to be doing my final blog post on The City of God. It was directed by Fernando Meirelles and released in 2002. It was nominated for 4 Oscars in 2004: Best Editing, Best Film Editing, Best Cinematography, Best Writing, and Best Director. It was also nominated for a Golden Globe, the Best Foreign Film Language or Foreign Language Film in 2003. And it's got a lot of different awards at various venues. A lot of them having to do with editing, and we talked about in class how editing really made this movie, and that's why we watched it with our editing week in class. So, kudos to their editing team. I know the editing is hard, and choosing, each shot really carefully, where it goes and how it all tells the story is key. So, I think that's great, especially with a story like this, where there's just so many different interlapping characters and their relations to each other, and how they grow up together in this city of God, and how they grow up to become different things. And so in this story, 2 young boys who have older brothers that were in an amateur gang called the Tender Trio, grow up in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, in the 60s and 70s. One of them becomes a huge drug lord and owns the city, and the other becomes a photographer for the newspaper, and fulfills something that he can be proud of and that he really loves without killing people. And I think that's really great. I love the story. I think it was a hard story to tell, and I think they told it really well. And that's because of editing. All the shots were short, simple, authentic. They seem to have very realistic settings. It might have even been filmed there. It was all in Portuguese. Their casting was great, felt very realistic, and it kept me focused, especially, as a viewer that doesn't speak Portuguese or anything like that. I had to pay attention to the subtitles and fully focus on the movie to be engaged and follow what was happening. And I think that even just fully, exemplified the impact that this movie can have on people, because it makes you focus. It makes you tune in. And if you don't, you're not going to get it. So I think that was well done and a super good plan by the director. I think the editing team did a good job of fulfilling that, with, the short clips that they had to use to put together and tell this story, with various, angles for power of different drug lords as, they come in to encounter one another, or when they face hard times and they are at a loss, and you can see it by the angle of the camera. And they didn't do anything too flashy, and I think that kept it real and grounded, and I liked that a lot. So, yeah, gotta keep it short, but I loved this movie, and I really enjoyed this class. So, yeah, thank you.